The red light above the camera blinked on as it always had, familiar and comforting, marking the start of another show. But on this morning, there was a weight in the air, something heavier than the usual buzz of applause and laughter. The studio lights warmed the stage. The band played its cheerful intro, yet beneath it all lingered a quiet tension, like the calm before a storm. Kelly Ripa sat in her chair, poised and radiant, her smile practiced yet soft, carrying a shimmer in her eyes that the cameras couldn't hide. This was live, but it felt different, charged with reflection and raw emotion. She began speaking gently to the audience at home, her voice steady but layered with feeling, drawing viewers into a space that was both intimate and monumental. A reflection on beginnings and endings. Kelly's words began with thoughtfulness, almost like a personal conversation with every viewer. "Mornings are funny," she said, laughing lightly. "They start quietly, then suddenly boom. Life is happening whether you're ready or not." The audience responded with warmth and laughter, sensing the rhythm they had known for years. For decades, Kelly had been a constant presence, guiding viewers through quiet mornings, chaotic days, and moments both joyful and challenging. Today, however, was not like every other morning. There was a sense of looking back, of acknowledging that every smile, every routine, every shared laugh had led to this singular, heartfelt moment of connection with the audience. Memories. Within the studio. As she spoke, Kelly gestured toward familiar spaces. The desk, the chairs, the microphones, every inch of the studio holding memories. She recalled walking down the staircase countless times, exhausted or over-caffeinated, sometimes balancing personal challenges with the demands of live television. The desk had been a witness to serious conversations and silly ones, moments of celebration, heartbreak, and growth. Kelly's voice grew soft, cracking slightly as she admitted that she had sometimes cried when she didn't expect to, and yet every morning she had returned, ready to create magic with her team. The audience, sensing the weight of these memories, responded with quiet applause and nods of recognition. Honoring the team. Behind the scenes. Kelly turned to acknowledge the crew, the lighting technicians, camera operators, and stagehands who had been with her for years. She highlighted their tireless work, their presence before dawn and after lights went out, their unwavering commitment to making each show special. Applause rippled through the studio as she spoke, a recognition of the countless small acts of dedication that made the show possible. Kelly reminded viewers that the magic they saw on air was never just about one person, but about a collective effort, a shared rhythm of care, humor, and humanity. It was a subtle yet profound tribute to those often unseen but always essential. Connection with viewers. Turning toward the cameras, Kelly addressed the audience directly, acknowledging the millions of viewers who had invited her into their homes and routines. She spoke with sincerity, describing how this relationship had shaped her life as much as it had theirs. The trust viewers had placed in her, she said, was a responsibility she would never take lightly. For decades, she had been a companion during mornings filled with coffee, quiet reflection, and daily challenges. Her words carried the warmth of gratitude, as if every shared laugh, every interrupted segment, every moment of spontaneity had been a thread in a tapestry connecting her to people she might never meet in person. The heart of television. Kelly reflected on the power of television to connect people, to remind them they are not alone. She spoke of joy, fear, grief, and love, of the shared human experience and how the show had allowed her to participate in those moments alongside viewers. This acknowledgement was not performative. It was deeply felt, a reminder of why she had loved her work for so long. Her voice, gentle yet full of conviction, emphasized that connection was at the core of what they had all been building together. Television, she said, is about understanding, empathy, and shared moments of vulnerability. Gratitude for the audience. Kelly's words shifted to gratitude as she recognized the audience's role in shaping her career and life. She thanked those who had laughed at her jokes, those who had critiqued her moments on air, and those who had shared their lives with her through their viewership. The energy in the room swelled as the connection between performer and audience was made tangible. It was a mutual acknowledgement, a reminder that television can create bonds that transcend distance and time. The audience understood that their presence, both on screen and off, had been deeply valued. Memories of milestones. Kelly reflected on the milestones she had experienced in the studio, the births, weddings, promotions, and losses celebrated by her team and witnessed by the audience. Each memory was tied to the space, the desk, the chairs, and the cameras that had chronicled the years. She emphasized that these moments were not just professional accomplishments, but deeply personal, shaping the people she had become and the relationships she had built. This reflection highlighted the intertwined nature of work, life, and human connection, reminding viewers that every story carries layers of meaning and experience. Acknowledging the crew's dedication. The crew's dedication was central to Kelly's message. She described the tireless commitment of everyone from stagehands to lighting technicians, each contributing to the creation of daily magic. Their efforts, she said, went beyond professional duty. They represented friendship, loyalty, and shared purpose. Kelly's acknowledgement created an emotional resonance, celebrating the often unseen work that makes collaborative art possible. The audience and crew members alike recognized the authenticity of her words, and the applause that followed was both spontaneous and heartfelt. Stepping back to appreciate the journey. Kelly took a moment to step back, literally and metaphorically, appreciating the journey she had taken over the years. She spoke of the countless mornings, the lessons learned, and the friendships forged. Every gesture, smile, and word carried significance, forming a mosaic of experiences that shaped her identity. This reflection underscored the importance of perspective and gratitude, illustrating how looking back can bring clarity, connection, and a sense of accomplishment. The audience was invited to witness not just a farewell, but a celebration of growth, resilience, and shared memory. Personal connection beyond the cameras. Even as the cameras rolled, Kelly emphasized the personal connection beyond the screen. She described receiving messages from fans, parents, nurses, students, and viewers from all walks of life who had shared their own stories of struggle and joy. The montage of faces and voices on the screen was a powerful testament to the impact of her work, reinforcing the idea that her presence extended far beyond the studio. Kelly's gratitude and acknowledgement of these connections created a profound emotional bridge between performer and audience. The final moments. In the final moments, Kelly stood and absorbed the studio, the faces of her team, and the love from the audience. She allowed herself to be fully present, taking in every detail as if etching it into memory. Tears flowed freely, but there was also laughter, relief, and a sense of completion. She expressed a heartfelt farewell, thanking viewers for their trust, presence, and companionship. As the lights dimmed and the band played softly, the room remained filled with emotion, a shared experience of closure, reflection, and appreciation for the journey that had unfolded over decades. A lasting legacy. Kelly's closing words emphasize the enduring nature of connection, gratitude, and shared experience. She reminded viewers that while moments end, the impact of kindness, laughter, and genuine human interaction persists. Her reflections created a sense of continuity, encouraging both staff and audience members to carry forward the love, joy, and lessons learned. The applause lingered long after the cameras stopped rolling, a final acknowledgement of the depth of commitment, connection, and emotion shared in that studio that morning. Closing thoughts. Kelly Ripa's heartfelt address was more than a farewell. It was a celebration of shared history, human connection, and the extraordinary moments that define a life in front of and behind the camera. Her gratitude, humor, vulnerability, and honesty transformed a routine broadcast into a profound reflection on purpose, presence, and community. For viewers and colleagues alike, it was a reminder that true impact is measured not just by longevity, but by authenticity, care, and the bonds formed along the way. For more heartwarming stories and updates like this, subscribe and like this video to stay connected.